What made you not want him?
I thought he was too nice. I thought I would walk all over him, and I was going...
I thought he was too nice.
She thought wrong.
Oh, I did. I thought wrong.
I don't know what it is. There is this thought out there, this desire out there. I want me a soldier. I want me a hard dude. I want me this and that and the other thing. And those are the worst guys to get because they're not nice to you. And you get a nice guy and you're worried like, I don't want him. Why wouldn't you want a nice guy? I mean, they always say nice guy finish last. That's because women are foolish.
This is Scene Script. Have you ever thought that being too nice could be a reason for a relationship to fall apart? It may sound absurd, but this is a real story of a woman who divorced her husband because she believed he was just that, too nice. The term too nice often carries a negative connotation. It's usually associated with people who are overly accommodating, people who wouldn't say no, even if it's to their disadvantage. But in the context of a relationship, isn't being nice something that we all aspire to? Isn't it a trait that we seek in our partners? Let's delve into this peculiar story. A woman decided to divorce her husband, a man who'd done nothing wrong, no cheating, no lying, no abuse. His only fault? He was too nice. He was the kind of man who'd bring breakfast in bed, who'd always listen, who'd go out of his way to make her happy, and yet for her, this was too much. Why, you may wonder? It's because she felt suffocated. She felt there was a lack of challenge, a lack of friction. She perceived his niceness as a lack of character, a lack of backbone. This perception led her to believe he was weak, and she could not see herself spending her life with a man she considered weak. This story sheds light on the paradox of being too nice. While being nice is generally perceived as a positive trait, it can sometimes be seen as a weakness, particularly in romantic relationships. It's a balance that needs to be struck. Too much of anything, even a good thing, can be detrimental. But let's flip the coin for a moment. There are places in the world, like the Philippines, where women would be more than grateful to find a man who is too nice. A man who treats them with respect, with kindness, who is considerate and understanding. But what if we told you that what's too nice for one could be just right for another? Imagine for a moment the women of the Philippines hearing about this. What would their reaction be? In the Philippines, a country where family values are deeply ingrained, and where respect and kindness are paramount, the idea of a man being too nice is often considered an asset rather than a drawback. The cultural perspective here is quite different. In a society that values close-knit families, a man who exhibits kindness, respect, and a deep sense of care is admired. This is a man who helps with the chores, who listens when you speak, who showers you with love and attention, who respects your space, your dreams, and your individuality. Let's consider the story of Maria, a woman from the rural town of Palawan. She was married to a man who was considered too nice. He cooked for her, cleaned their home, and always made sure she was comfortable and well taken care of. Rather than feeling suffocated or overwhelmed, Maria felt loved, respected, and cherished. She often said, "I am grateful for my husband, he is the kindest man I know and I wouldn't trade him for anything." Or consider the story of Anna from Manila, who wished her husband could be a bit too nice. Living in a bustling city, juggling work, home, and kids, she often dreamed of a partner who would share her burden, who would pamper her, who would listen to her after a long day. To Anna, a too nice man seemed like a dream, a breath of fresh air in a chaotic world. These stories represent many women in the Philippines who would appreciate a man who is too nice. They see this as a sign of respect, of love, of a man who is secure in himself and his masculinity, who doesn't need to dominate or control to feel powerful. In a world that's often harsh, a too nice man might just be a breath of fresh air. Even the judge handling this case was taken aback. Did you see the look on her face? Picture this, a seasoned judge who's seen it all, who's heard all sorts of reasons for divorce, but this? A woman divorcing her husband because he's too nice? See, the judge's reaction is a mirror to our own disbelief. It's a testament to how this unusual scenario is challenging what we've always thought to be true. We've been led to believe that kindness, generosity, and respect are the building blocks of a healthy relationship. So when a woman walks into a courtroom and states that her husband's niceness is the reason for their divorce, it's a curveball that even the most experienced judge might not see coming. It's not just about the judge's shock, it's about what this shock represents. It's a reflection of our own societal norms and expectations. The judge, like most of us, would have expected complaints of neglect, abuse, or infidelity, but a husband being too nice? That's a plot twist not even the best scriptwriters could come up with. This whole situation begs the question, What do modern women truly want in a relationship? We've been conditioned to believe that kindness is key, that a good partner is a kind one. But here, we have a woman who believes that her spouse's kindness is too much. It's a paradox that calls into question everything we've been taught about love and relationships. In the grand scheme of things, this story serves as a wake-up call. It forces us to reevaluate our own perceptions of relationships. Are we really after the kindness we so often claim to crave? Or are we after something else, something perhaps less definable, less predictable? It's a conundrum that leaves even the most seasoned professionals like our shock judge at a loss. It's a story that forces us to question, to reflect, and to reconsider what we've always believed about love, relationships, and the paradoxical nature of human desires. Makes you think, doesn't it? What do we truly want in a relationship? Does this story reveal an underlying challenge for modern women? Let's delve into this a bit. In the current cultural climate, there's a common narrative that suggests modern women are more drawn to the so-called Chad or Tyrone, the stereotypical alpha males, rather than the nice guy. These men are often portrayed as confident, assertive, and somewhat aloof traits that are, in some circles, considered more attractive than kindness, consideration, or emotional availability. But is this really the case? Does our tale of a woman leaving her husband for being too nice support this narrative? Or does it, on the contrary, challenge it? From one perspective, it might seem to confirm the notion. After all, the woman in our story did leave her husband for being too gentle, too considerate. She sought something different, something more than niceness. Could it be that she was longing for a bit of the Chad or Tyrone archetype? Yet from another angle, this situation might just as easily debunk the narrative. What if the woman's issue wasn't with her husband's niceness per se, but rather with the lack of balance? We all know that too much of anything, even a good thing, can become suffocating. Perhaps what she was really seeking was a partner who could be both nice and assertive, kind and confident, considerate and independent. In this light, our story could be seen as a reflection of the modern woman's dilemma. Today's women are often pulled in different directions by societal expectations, personal desires, and the realities of human nature. They are told to seek a Chad or Tyrone, yet they also crave the economic stability that a nice guy can offer. So, what's the final verdict? Is being too nice a relationship deal breaker? We've journeyed through the paradox of being too nice, looked at the situation from a different cultural perspective, delved into the shock of the judge, and contemplated the modern woman's dilemma. Let's bring it all together. In the case we've been discussing, the woman found her husband's niceness excessive, even stifling. It clashed with her expectations of what a relationship should be, leading to the unfortunate dissolution of their marriage. On the other hand, we've also seen how in different cultures, such as the Philippines, a man being too nice would be highly valued, a trait that many women would be grateful to find in a partner. This contrast brings to light that too nice is a subjective term, shaped by our individual experiences, societal norms, and cultural backgrounds. What's considered too much in one context might be seen as just right in another. It's not about a universal standard, but rather about finding the right balance that works for the individuals involved in the relationship. So is being too nice a deal breaker? It depends. If you like this video, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe with bell notifications, and share.